My brothers and sisters, you are now watching the Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need! And I hope you enjoy the video.
Wakanda forever, suckers. Learn it. Get used to it. Wakanda forever. Wakanda. Do it for Wakanda. Okay, so, the Black Panther. Black Panther. The movie that had a whole bunch of darkies and Africans freaking going to movie theaters dressed up in their African tribe outfits and bringing freaking bamboo sticks to the movies. I actually saw, I didn't think I'd see this junk in person. I just thought it was like a social media thing and like people just doing it for show. I didn't see like a lot of people doing it, but when I went, it wasn't when I actually went to go watch the movie. It's when I went to go get my ticket to see Black Panther for later. I saw this like black dude getting he literally had on like this African outfit and had like I guess it was like a bamboo stick. I'm just thinking to myself, what are you doing? But that's actually a real thing. So yeah, the movie that had a whole bunch of black people go out and buy like an African outfit, stuff like that. Black Panther, man. This movie was getting a whole bunch of. I personally feel like black people were hyping up. I mean, there's no other way around it. I personally feel like black people were hyping up this movie, because it's understandable though. If you look at superhero movies, most of the superhero movies, they got this, strong white dude, aka your Superman, a Batman, Spider-Man, like whatever, or white female Wonder Woman, Black Widow, just for the majority. Most of like the iconic, not even just superheroes, but villains as well. Not saying there's not any black ones out there, okay? So I'm not trying to don't try to twist my word saying actually you guys have a Blade Cyborg, like I'm not saying there's none, but for the majority, I get why black people are freaking hyping this junk up. I actually, because I didn't want to lose like my thoughts like right after the movie ended of what I thought about it. So while they were rolling the credits, I was actually like just trying to like summarize all of the stuff that I thought about the movie. So I'll be looking at my phone through this. So this is gonna be my little review of Black Panther. No spoilers, I ain't one of those dudes. Listen, if you ain't seen the movie and you just want to know if it's good or not, I'm your guy. I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna just dive in, but I'm gonna have a condom on, so I ain't like diving in raw. So what I thought of the movie, first off, not just saying this because I'm black. Trust me, not just saying this junk because I'm black, because first off, I don't really know anything about Black Panther. When I watched Captain America Civil War, and he was in that movie, that was actually my first introduction to Black Panther. Growing up, I didn't really read a lot of comics like that, so a lot of these heroes, I didn't really know about, so when Black Panther showed on, like, I still actually remember when Black Panther showed up on the screen, I'm like, who the freak? I was like, who the freak is that? Didn't even know. I knew nothing about Black Panther, so this is actually my first kind of go around with learning about who is Black Panther and his upbringing and his culture and stuff like that. So again, not saying this because I'm black. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I'm talking about from beginning, middle to end. This was one of the best Marvel movies from beginning to end that I can ever remember watching. A lot of the times when Marvel puts out a movie, it's great. Like, I've enjoyed Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, the Avengers movie. Not so much Age of Ultron. I think a lot of people enjoyed the first Avengers as opposed to Age of Ultron. But all these Marvel movies that they've been doing lately, I enjoy them all. But rarely do I enjoy it like every second from beginning, middle to end. I actually didn't want this movie to end. I thought the movie was too short. I'm like, bro, you ending this junk? I loved it, dude. I loved Wakanda. I loved the whole story of it. The culture. Of course, some people that aren't black were making a big deal that the whole cast is black. That is a lie. They got like maybe 3 or 4 white people. You guys got like 4. You guys got like 4 of your own in this movie, but no. Of course, the majority of the cast is black, but they do got some white suckers. They do got some white suckers in this movie. Andy Serkis. My introduction to his work was in one of my favorite reboots of all time with Caesar and Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and then War of the Planet of the Apes. He actually played Caesar. He did the motion cap and everything like that. And he was in, he was in Age of Ultron. He was the one that got. I don't think this is a spoiler because if you didn't see Age of Ultron by now, like a lot of these Marvel movies, somehow, some way connect. He was in Age of Ultron, Ultron, So Andy Serkis, he was in the previous Avengers movie. Andy Serkis in this movie, he's great. He doesn't have like a huge role, but man, does he play that junk well. I love the pacing of this movie. A lot of the times in a lot of these superhero movies, the pacing ain't all that, but you kind of forget about it because, it still has a good story to it and the action scenes are so good. But a lot of times it suffers from like, either it's too slow or there's not enough character development or there's too much action. I thought this movie was like so well balanced in everything with the action scenes, the serious moments, the moments of humor, the character development. I thought that junk was all great, man. This junk is rare because a lot of the times movies, they don't be doing that junk. Like the pacing is like always, but of course, it's hard to make a freaking perfect film. But yeah, great action scenes. I love the action in this movie when Black Panther starts fighting. This sucker is freaking incredible, dude. I love the soundtrack of this movie. The soundtrack is incredible. A lot of times during these action scenes or, of course I'm not gonna say the scene, but like one of the biggest like action scenes is I guess kind of in the middle of the movie. That jump was just so freaking good, dude. Love the action scenes, the soundtrack. Everybody played their role amazing. Again, Andy Serkis, dude. I need to see more movies with him. Like Andy Serkis, he played his role. Everybody that was in this movie, and they had so many like big name actors in this movie. They had Andy Serkis, Angela Bassett, Forrest Whitaker, the dude, he's not a big name actor, but the dude from Get Out, he was in this movie. I don't know how he got out of his sunken place because last I seen him, but he was in this movie. Of course, they got a whole bunch of black actors in this movie, so they got, it's a small group. You gotta like get them all in this movie. So they had him. I don't remember her name, but she was in 12 Years a Slave. I don't know how to say her name because she got like a real like African name. But I know it starts with an N. She was in this movie. Who else? Actually, I look back at my phone. iPhone 4S, by the way. Who else did they have in it? Oh yeah, Michael B. Jordan. My God, he was incredible in this movie. Michonne, Walking Dead. Michonne, sucker. I think her real name is Denai. Oh my God, she was great. And that's another thing. If you're a female, because I know we're in this new era to where it's like strong female empowerment and everything like that, I'm all for it. This movie, the way the females are, you know, in Wakanda, and the way they are brought up, and just the way they carry themselves. Like, there is no weak female in this movie. The villain they had in this movie, I'm not gonna say anything, because again, I don't want to spoil nothing for y'all suckers. Actually, I just want to say one thing, but okay, I'm gonna say this, but when I go like this, if you don't want to listen to it, just cover your ears. As soon as I go like, that means I'm done talking about it. So, Michael B. Jordan as, Lord have mercy, this man, I didn't know, I knew he was in this movie, but I didn't really know the role he was playing, because I only seen, again, after seeing Batman v Superman, I do not watch more than, once the first trailer comes out, I do not watch no more. I do not watch the second trailer, the third, nothing. Ever since Batman v Superman, to where they literally showed the best parts in those trailers, I don't watch anything no more. So I knew he was going to be in this movie. I didn't know exactly the role he was playing. Sucker Michael B. Jordan killed that role as the villain. I think his name was Eric, like Killmonger or something. The dude that, you know, was technically from Wakanda, but he was raised in freaking Oakland and stuff like that, and got left back, you know, there from his father and stuff like. Jesus Christ, sucker. I don't know if it was the way this man, was carrying himself, but I really liked this villain. A lot of times with villains, there's always something that's just like, he's not evil enough, or he's not cool enough, or he doesn't carry himself with swag enough, or there's just always something that makes a great villain with the way they carry themselves, the way they talk, their motives, stuff like. I think that's why people loved Heath Ledger as the Joker, because he brought his own swag to it, the way he carried himself, the way he talked. There's like the little nuances that make a great villain. The way Michael B. Jordan played this role, I'm like, sucker, I like this man more than the freaking Black Panther. Just he was so freaking great in the role, and I didn't really expect that from him. I'm done. I'm done talking about it, man. Great. I don't want to miss anything else. But yeah, that's really all I have written down. Literally every moment of this movie was great. Like, and that's rare for me to say, because and I love Marvel movies and stuff like that. Don't got a problem with DC movies, okay? Just saying that. I don't want you DC fanboys to be like, what do you mean by that, darky? I got no problem with DC movies. But a lot of times, these superhero movies, you know, it's either at the beginning or the middle or near the end. They always lose me. I remember even Wonder Woman. I enjoyed the crap out of Wonder Woman. I liked Wonder Woman, but I remember towards, like, not really the beginning, but actually kind of towards the end, you know, when you found out, you know, who that guy was and the villain and stuff like that, and the dialogue was just so cringe, where I'm like, really? And then they started doing, I hate when they do slow motion in a lot of these, like, it's like, let's put our Hollywood effect on this moment right now and turn what could be a good moment into a Hollywood moment. And they just do a slow motion and have like Wonder Woman's hair just going back. I'm just like, bro, don't do this. So a lot of times in these movies, even though I like them, they always do something that's just like, why did they do that? There was not one moment in this movie that I had that feeling. Like, every single moment, I was like, man, this movie is incredible. I actually want to see this movie again with my sisters, just to see what they say. Just because there's a lot of actors in this movie that they know about. My freaking sister got like a freaking huge crush on Michael B. Jordan. We all know who Michonne is from The Walking Dead, you know. So I just want to see like their reaction to it, even though they're not big Marvel fans like that. I would actually be down to see this movie a second time. I really would. And I very rarely ever see a movie 2 times unless it's like really good. So yeah, Black Panther. I never wanted to give a movie a 10 out of 10 because it's just like, nah, there's something that could have been done. There's something that could have been done. Movie can't be freaking perfect, but I gotta give this junk maybe like a 9.5, dude. And that's me just trying not to give it a 10. Like, that's me just trying to think of a reason of why, nah, it can't be a 10. But I gotta give this movie like a 9 or a 9.5, dude. This movie was great. After it was over, people started clapping in the audience, you know, not just black people, white people too. They was like, oh my gosh, Peter, this movie's great. I'm like, yes, brother. Stay. I don't know, even if you don't know about like Marvel movies or DC movies or superhero movies, if you don't know at this point to stay after the scenes, what are you doing? Like, I saw people getting up literally when they first started showing the credits. I'm like, what are you doing? Do you not know like they normally show credits, especially in Marvel movies, you know, outside of Logan, because that was freaking last, you know, role of Hugh Jackman playing the Wolverine. But Serkis was getting up right after the movie ended. I'm like, typical. And I was just sitting there, and some people stayed. But yeah, they show 2 scenes after the credits. They show one scene, and then you gotta wait till the credits like end again, and then they show 2 scenes. So stay after that. But yeah, Black Panther was amazing, dude. I'd actually go see it again. I actually might go out of my way to see this movie again, and definitely when it come out on Blu-ray, I'm getting that junk too. So yeah, that's my review of Black Panther. Amazing movie. Great job to all the people that worked on this movie. All you guys played an important role, and everyone, I felt like, did their absolute best work, you know, well, their best possible job on this movie that they could do. So definitely I go see Black Panther again. That's my review. I'm about to go to sleep. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Did y'all see Black Panther? What's y'all thoughts? Where does it rank up in your Marvel movies that you've watched throughout history? And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm about to go to sleep. Catch y'all on my next one, alright? Peace out. Wakanda forever, suckers.